It's time to look at something that's just a little bit different. This is Conrad's model of the Kaiser S12 Allroad, and it's classed as a walking excavator. There's no assembly to do because, complete, out of the box it is. Underneath, the model is fairly simple, with the legs being a mixture of plastic and metal. The wheels have realistic big chunky tyres, and there are gripper feet at the front. The cab has got decent interior detailing, but there's no grab rails or mirrors on the outside. On the body there's a simplified grille which is made up of painted indentations, and the exhaust pipe is solid without a hole. There are soft hydraulic lines which look good, and unusually the cylinder jackets are metal, although they are thin. The boom and stick look good, with the rivets just a bit on the big side. So, out on the test track, let's do the easy thing first and see how it rolls along, and it rolls along fine in a straight line. But this machine is unusual in the way it's designed, so each wheel is separately driven and can be individually steered. So that means that all sorts of steering angles can be set. Each wheel is on its own, and literally each wheel is out on its own, because the legs they're mounted on have several degrees of movement. So you can spread them wide open like this for maximum stability, or you can start raising and lowering them. And by doing that you can raise the machine high, or more importantly you can configure it so it can work on the side of a steep slope. Of course you don't want to be sliding down a slippery slope, so the machine has got gripper feet at the front. And these can be pushed down to stop the machine moving when it's on a slope. Of course, as you would expect, you can rotate the model, and although it's fairly stiff, it's not really jerky. The Kaiser S12 is super flexible at moving itself, but how about when it digs? And the model performs well because the cylinders have a nice mixture of stiffness and smoothness. To get extra reach, the stick is also telescopic, and the overall movement is pretty good because it can reach high, or you can fold it right down in on itself. So the overall functionality of the digging is good, and there's another feature on the model which all excavating machines should have. Not only does the bucket have a good range of movement, but it's also removable. And that gives the model more flexibility because you can also use the hook at the end to lift things. Now we've got the model up on a high bench to test how it digs at depth. The boom has got a good range of movement right down low, and the telescopic stick means that you can dig deep. This is an interesting and unusual model from Conrad, and it's always good to see a machine from a less well-known manufacturer. Although the detail level is not particularly high, the functionality is very good. So, as you would expect from Conrad, it's a well-made, robust model, and all things considered, it's very good.